We shall chant Mangalacharanam. Yatha sarvani bhutani pratibhanti sthithani cha yatraivopashamam yanti tasmai satyatmane namaha. We shall chant the other verses also. Aham baddho vimuktasyam iti yasyasti nishchayaha natyantam ajñoto tajñaha sosmin shastre dhikaravan. Bharadvajaha Swagurum Valmikim Prati Uvacha Bhagavanyatumicchami Katam samsara sankate Ramo vyavahruto hyasmin Karunyat bruhi me guro. So we have seen Sri Valmiki, while giving the qualification for a student to study this grantha, he says, one who is not atyanta ajnani or one who is not a jnani, they are fit. Why not jnani? Because he doesn't require this kind of texts. He is already enlightened. And atyanta jnani, even though he studies, he will never understand anything because his mind is so gross. His mind is so extrovert. It is so confused. He will not understand actually. See here, Guruji quotes a beautiful mantra from Mundaka Upanishad. We have studied this mantra, very, very appropriate at this place, you know. He says, Avidhyayam antare vartamanaha swayam dhiraha pandidam manyamanaha janganyamanaha pariyanti mudaha andenaiva niyamana yatandaha. So who is ajnani, atyanta ajnani? He is not only ignorant. Avidhyamana antare vartamanaha. He is reveling in his own ignorance. On top of it, swayam dhiraha panditam manyamanaha. But he thinks himself to be a pandita. As a wise person, he knows everything. He doesn't even know that he doesn't know. So he is atyanta ajnani. So for him there is no scope for knowledge, no? Because already he thinks he knows. Like our Brahmana Janaha. They think after studying these kind of Vedas, they know everything. But they know only to chant Vedas. Some people rarely they go into the meaning also. Even if they go into the meaning, only when you listen from the Guru Mukha and then you contemplate on it and you abide in it, then it is yours. Till then you are ajnani only. But suddenly they start thinking, I have studied Chadurvedi. I know everything. There is nobody wiser than me. So not only that, how they are janganyamanaha pariyanti mudaha andenaiva niyamana yadantaha. Not only they fall, but they drag everybody along with them, like the blind leading the blind. Like the blind, one who is blind leading another blind, they take along with them others also. Because they think they are wise. So they guide others also. So that is how these ajnaha are. So for them, these scriptures won't help. You understand? So moving on, then Bharadwaja is asking a wonderful question. Hey Bhagavan, I want to know how this Rama, in spite of all this sankata in the vyavaha, in the samsara, how he managed himself, how he conducted himself, how he faced all these challenges. I really wanted to know. Please tell me. Hey Bhagavan, out of compassion, please tell me. Then, now Valmiki, he starts the fourth verse. Valmiki uvacha, Kiruvacha, Jivan mukti padam praptaha, Yatha Ramo mahamanaha, Tatteham shrunu vakshyami, Jhara marana shantaye, Jivan mukti padam praptaha, Yatha Ramo mahamanaha, Tatteham shrunu vakshyami, Jhara marana shantaye, Ramaha mahamanaha. This Rama, who is very noble-hearted, mahamanaha, very noble-hearted, Yatha jivan mukti padam praptaha, tatteham vakshyami shrunu. How? Yatha means how he attained to this jivan mukti pada, the highest state of liberated while living in this world. Jivan mukti. See, people think you are liberated after death. But our Mahatmas, they say, you can be liberated even while living in this world. That is called Jivan Mukti. Now I am going to tell you, Aham Vakshyami, I am going to tell you, Yata, how this Mahamanaha, this Ramaha, Mahamanaha, noble-hearted Rama, how he attained to this Jivan Mukti Padam. That I am going to tell you now. Shrunu, please listen. See here, see, Tatteham Shrunu Vakshyami, it is written. But we have to read Tatteham Vakshyami Shrunu. I am going to tell you that, now please listen. So what was the question actually? How did he manage in and through the ups and downs of life? How did he manage? He managed because he was given the right knowledge, because of which he attained to that Jivan Mukti Padam, even when he was young. Since he was enlightened, a Jivan Mukta Purusha, for him, this is a sport. This life is a game, is a sport for him. Because he knows he is Purna Paramatma. When he is Purna Paramatma, any amount of pleasure or joys cannot add to his bliss. Or any amount of tragedies cannot make him miserable or take away the happiness from him. He is Purnam. So such a exalted state, this Jivan Mukti Padam, he attained through the Upadesha of his Guru. That I am going to tell you. Who is saying here? Valmiki. That I am going to tell you, please listen. Listen means what? As Gurudev always used to point out, hearing is one thing, listening is something else. Hearing means just hearing. But listening means attentively listening. Because it's a very deep subject. The truth is subtler than the subtlest. Therefore, you have to listen attentively with all your mind. After Pongal, how can we listen, Swamiji? In spite of Pongal, you should listen. That is how it is. We test you with Pongal. And Vada. So therefore, please listen. Yadukah Jara Marana Shantaye. So that you are freed from Jara Marana, old age and death. See, nobody can escape this, na? this old age and death. And another thing is that disease, that maybe kaya karpa, all those, I will go beyond disease. No, you can sometimes, but jara and marana, nobody is exempted. Jara marana shanta. You remember the Buddha, as when he was very young Siddhartha, he was sort of very protected. He was. One day when he saw an old man walking, he got shocked. What is this? He has never seen an old man. This is called as old age, jara. Would I also become old? Definitely, why not? His mantri was saying, his minister was saying. And another scene, Ram, Nam, Sat hai, a dead body was going. What happened to this fellow? Gone. Yat gatvana nivartante. Gone for good. What would happen to me? Yes, you will also go one day. Then he got the root shock of his life. What is use of this life? One day we have to all go. Just like that. See, this is not striking us actually. See, whatever we earn, however wonderful relationship we build, whatever name and fame, everything is, kshanikam, kshanikam. Therefore, dukkham, dukkham. So we have to leave everything, everything goes. So what is the point of putting so much of effort to make this wealth and this relationships, this, that? Because it's all going to go anyway, sooner or later. So the wise one will not put too much of efforts on this, on these wasteful things. Vyartham, wasteful. Jara marana. So when you attain to this state, then you are freed from jara marana, from the old age and disease. How can one be freed, Swamiji? When you know that you are not the body, for sure, and when you abide, or when you identify only with the self will not undergo any change. Meaning it will never become old or it will never die. See, the body will go through its course. Nobody can help. And the death of the body, meaning what? Body going back to the Panchabhuta, that will happen for anybody. Even Krishna has to depart. Is it not so? See, in Bhagavatam it comes, after giving Uddhava, Upadesha to Uddhava, he departed to Vaikuntham, that's what it said. So that for the people to understand, they say he departed along with his body and all those stuff. But the thing is, this body which has come from Panchamahabhuta has to go back. That is the law of the nature. Law of the nature for anybody. But are you the body? This is the question. Who am I? When you know very well that you are not this body, even though the body goes through all these, diseases, old age related problems, you can stand still, not identifying with it, and remain in your pure state. There is a sort of a technique to stand in your own self without identifying with the body mind. So that is the technique, that is the art by which you go beyond jara marana. That we are going to learn from this Shastra, because of which he has gone beyond. He has attained to this Paramapada, that is Jivan Mukti Padam. That I am going to teach you now. See how important it is. Listen, because everybody wants to go, beyond all miseries, dukkha, sorrows. Jara Marana is the biggest sorrow. See, once I was living with a very elderly gentleman, a great devotee of Bhagavan. When I was in Mauna, after the Mauna, I stayed with that very elderly devotee. He was 85 at that time. He always used to tell me, a great person, Swamiji, you will never understand what we are going through at the age of 80, 85. When you are 40, you can never understand. You can never even imagine what we are going through. He was saying. So he says, old age is very difficult. He was living alone. He was a brahmachari. He was living alone. So he said, it's very tough. It's not easy, old age. See, even death, as it is not that difficult. When you die, it's not difficult. But old age, when you are bedridden and all, I tell you, it's very hard. So everybody has to go through. That is why in Uddhava Gita it is said, Yamadhutas or, they are cutting this tree of life continuously. So this pakshi which is living there in the tree, it has to fly away before the tree falls. So we have to put in all efforts to get liberated before this body goes. Because only with the body we can do sadhana, we can aspire for higher things. Without this body we cannot. That's what it is said in the Uddhava Gita also. Even in Swarga also you cannot, because there is only enjoyment. There you will not have yoga buddhi, there you have only bhoga buddhi. In Naraka also you cannot, because you have so much of pain and suffering. How can you sit or do anything? So this is the karma bhumi. Here we have to come and exhaust our vasanas, and we can turn our mind within and reach the higher. So therefore he says, going beyond Jara Marana is a very important thing. See, actually Jara Marana indicates change. See, actually we are changeless. But because of identification with the gross, Jada Sambandha, body mind, we feel we are going through these modifications. And it's pain and suffering. But when we realize that we are not that, then we are liberated from the pain, Jara Marana, Dukkha. So now, please listen carefully how he went beyond Jara Marana. Please listen. And then the story goes like that, na? So the story goes, as I told you, Vishwamitra approached Dasharatha to ask for help. So he asked Dasharatha to send his boys to protect the yajna, but Dasharatha was very reluctant, and then Vashishta advised him, and half-heartedly he agreed. But Rama was not in the right frame of mind to go. So that is what is explained now. Then Vishwamitra and Vashishta, they inquire from him, what happened to you? Why are you like that? Like this? Not mingling with your friends, not talking much, not eating properly, not sleeping. You are as if lost. See, we see some people in this world also, as if they are lost. They have everything in world, in life they have everything, but always they are lost. Why lost? Because ignorance. Means we do not know what is really important in life. That is why we are lost. So here, Rama, he expresses himself. So in that, in that palace, in that darbar, where Dasharatha was sitting, and then the Vishwamitra, Vashishta, everybody is there, assembled, and Rama was brought, and then he was asked, what happened to you? Why are you like this? Then Rama started expressing his mind. Shri Ramaha Vishwamitram Prati Uvacha. Prati Uvacha means he replied. Then Vishwamitra has asked a question. Why are you like this? Why are you not accompanying me? For that, Rama explained, or he replied. Katayamyahamagnopi Vicharakriyate maya Jayate mritaye lokaha Mriyate jananaya cha Katayamyahamagnopi Vicharakriyate maya Jayate mritaye lokaha Mriyate jananaya cha. We will read the next one also. Astira sarvaye vaite Sacharachara cheshtitaha Kim me rajyena kim bhogaihi Koham kimidamagatam Astira sarvaye vaite सचराचर चेष्टिताः किं मे राज्येन किं भोगैः कोऽहं किमिदमागतं किमिदमागतं. So he says, Katayami, I will tell you. Katayami aham means I will tell you why I am like this. Because you people are great people, my gurus. You have asked me, so I have to tell you na. Katayami aham agnaha api vicharaha kriyate maya. Even though I am an ignorant fool, but when I was going around, I was contemplating on certain matters. I saw certain things, I gained certain experiences, and I was contemplating. Vicharaha kriyate maya. Maya means by me, is a passive voice. Vicharaha kriyate maya. So, certain thoughts, certain sort of thoughts were coming to my mind very intensely. See, not chumma abdi illa, very intensely. Agniyaha api, even though I am ignorant, I tell you, when I was roaming about with my friends, what I saw, what I experienced, it triggered in me certain sort of vicharaha, certain thoughts in me. So, these are my thoughts. Jayate mritaye lokaha. In this world, lokaha means in this world, jayate beings, they are born mritaye, only to die. Is that not so? Guruji used to jokingly say, like all the medicines coming with expiry date, this body also is sent along with an expiry date. So when it is born, when it is going to die, is already fixed. So nobody can escape. Is that not so? So jayate mritaye lokaha. Why people are born here? Only to die. Mriyate jananayasha. Why they are dying? Only to be born. How beautiful. Is that not so? See, if you look around, you find every moment, millions of beings like Pulupuchilirnd, they are just born. And you hear and you see death everywhere. And sometimes like tsunami, earthquake, floods. And people die in huge numbers. And war. So, what is the purpose of, millions and millions of these beings just coming into this world and then going away? And we are also one among them, na? So, we are also born. And what we do? All of us do the same thing only, not anything different. We are born and then we study and then we earn, we spend, and then we take out some pleasure. With that comes some pain. And then, we become suddenly responsible householders, என் குழந்தைய நான் பார்த்துக்காம யார் பார்த்துப்பா? நான்தானே எல்லாம் செய்யணும், நான்தானே எல்லாம் செய்யணும். And what happens? பாலஸ்தாவத் கிரீடாசக்தः, தருணஸ்தாவத் தருணீசக்தः, விருத்தஸ்தாவத் சிந்தாசக்தः, பரமே பிரம்மணி கோபி ந சக்தः. When we are very, very young, like a child, kridasakta, always, playing this or that. And tarunastavat taruni sakta. When we are young, going behind the opposite sex, pleasure seeking, all those stuff. And vriddhastavat chinta sakta. Worried always. When you grow older, worries. Or Acharya you always used to say, why the old people are always worried? Because they have got a bigger past. More the past, more the worries. The children, they don't worry because they don't have any past. Therefore, when you forget about your past, you are happy. So he says, don't bring your past to the present. Forget about it. Because the elders, they don't have anything to look forward. They look always behind. When I was, in Lahore at 1958, it started from 1958. எப்படா வரப்போகிறோம் 2023? Because more the memories, more the ego. More the ego, more the suffering. This is the equation. So Acharya used to say, your suffering is directly proportional to your ego. And what is ego? More memories. What is our ego? Naanna yaru? Memories. Avladana. There is nothing else apart from memories to call as myself. You understand? So therefore, what we do, we create more memories. We go on taking picture everywhere. What? Creating memories, which is root cause of all sorrow. And then we become old. And then the same thing, disease, death. And that's not the end of the story. Because you have collected a lot of vasanas and other things, desires, once again born. Once again the same rut. Have you ever thought, why are we doing this? No, I have to become this, become that, I have to achieve this, achieve that. See, however you run, even when you win the rat's race, you still remain a rat. You will not become a lion. Na? So, jayate mritaye lokaha. People are born here only to die. And why they are dying? Only to be born again. So, just by committing suicide, there is no sort of end to your miseries. Once again you have to come, and who knows, maybe you will be put into more miseries or in a different circumstances where there are more miseries. So he asks, what is the use of this life? Everywhere you see people are born and people die, and once again they are born, they die. And here and there some pleasure they enjoy, and so much of dukkha. And they want to hold on to so many things, nothing remains, everything goes. And disappointed, frustrated. So much of egocentric desires, this, that. So what is the use of all these things? And not only that, astira sarva eva ete. All these are astira, impermanent, astira, ashashvatam. Meaning it is all fleeting, going, gone. Poinde, poye, poche, gone. Meaning what? Nothing remains, everything goes. Even the pleasure which comes, it doesn't stay, it goes. Everything goes. Very sad, you know. See, a mother is very excited when she gets a son or a daughter, and she puts everything into that child. She invests her whole life into that child. But after 15, 16, the boy or the girl, they have got their own life. So they feel very cheated, you know. Why? Why cheated? Because they were thinking this boy is going to be like this always. See, after that also he will say Amma, Amma. But his priorities have changed. He is no more your son actually. And this fellow, he is so fond of his wife, and wife also is so loving. When she gets a child, that lady forgets this fellow. Wow. Hare Rama, what happened? Bye-bye. Meaning what? Nothing is, permanent. Everything changes. Everything goes. See, idda nidarsanamana unmai. When it hits you, it hits very hard. See, always in life we are searching something shashvatam. Through our relationships, through our wealth, through even our dhana dharma, we put our names, na? We want somehow something to be permanent. We are seeking something shashvatam in this ever-changing world. Alas, we find nothing is permanent, everything is fleeting. Howsoever we may talk dialogue, ni illama na illave illa. And life continues even after that person. Maybe we are more happier. And we think, if we go, what will happen to my wife and children? They are more happy. Appa, Allah tapichen. And the manushya pada padutita. I tell you, everything goes. And that is good. Please understand, everything goes, everything should go, And it is good. Why, Swamiji? When something stays with you always, it stings. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Everything let it go. What can never go anyway. What can never go? The self, which is Anandam, can never go away. Because that is the self. How can it go away? So that is Anandam. That is what we want. That is what we seek. That is always there. So, I tell you, howsoever you study, learn, you will never understand this. But life is a very good teacher. You know through your own experience that Astira Sarva Eva Ete, all these are fleeting, passing away, nothing remains. See, even whom we revere as Guru, this, that, everybody will go only now. See, everything should go. So therefore, what is the use? Chara achara cheshtitaha, all is moving and non-moving, all these things, everything is fleeting, everything is changing, everything is perishing. Kim me rajyena, kim bogaihi, then what is the use of this kingdom? What is the use of this bogaha, these pleasures, these enjoyments? Why? It is all fleeting. It is there, it's gone. It's there, it is gone. And the life is ebbing away. And jara and marana. And you yourself are gone. Then what is the use of all these things? See, we put in so much of effort to create this samrajyam. When you are gone, nothing is yours. Your wife is not your wife. Your children is not your children. Everything is taken away. Everything is gone. When everything is going to go, why so much of allal to make it happen, to do it, to? That is the idea. See, the thing is, even though you say so much of, samrajyam, so much of enjoyment, but always behind the back, there is this idea. For example, let us say Prime Minister or Chief Minister, 5 varsham, 5 years only. When the day passes, he says, no, 4 varsham, 3 varsham, like that. Let us say 100 years. Even 100 years, you know that it is going to go. See, this thought, this will go, is a seed of all misery. We don't want it to go, but it will go. Let it go. When you say let it go, you are relieved. I tell you, this is the dukkha in life, is to hold on to something. When you let go, ayyo, in the vyadi vandurumo, adu vandurumo na dukkha. Vande vandu poi tholayatonu uttachina, vanda kuda prachana illa. You can handle it. Vandurumo na da bayangara bayam. Vandu potuna, vandu poi, varada pogudu. That is not a problem. Actually, anything for that matter, life threatening also. அந்த டெஸ்ட் எடுத்துகிட்டு வந்துடுமோ வராதோ, பாசிட்டிவோ நெகட்டிவோ தான் பயம். பாசிட்டிவ் ஆச்சுன்னா பிரச்சனை கிடையாது, அது ஏதோ சமாளிச்செல்லாம் போனால் போயிட்டு வரும். பாசிட்டிவா நெகட்டிவோ, பாசிட்டிவா நெகட்டிவ். ஐ டெல் யூ, திஸ் லைஃப் இஸ் ஒரே துக்கம் தான், புரிய மாட்டேங்குது நமக்கு. சும்மா சம்பாதிக்கிறோம், பார்ட்டி ஹூ சினிமா பார்க்குறோம், பாட்டு கேட்குறோம், அப்படி இப்படி போகிறோமே ஒழிய எல்லாத்துக்குள்ளேயும் விளையாடிட்டே இருக்குது இந்த துக்கம். எதுவுமே சாஸ்வதமாக இல்லை. அன்புக்காக ஏங்குகிறோம், எங்கேயுமே நமக்கு சாஸ்வதமாக அன்பு கிடைக்காது. ஏன்னா எவ்ரிதிங் இஸ் ஃப்ளீட்டிங். Even why we worship God, we want somebody to hold on to. So astiraha sarva eva ete. Adhe dhaan Nachiketa sonna. When Yama was offering him everything, he said, it won't remain tomorrow. That's what he's saying. It will not remain. Tomorrow means what? It will not remain. So what is the use of all this? You keep your own dance and music. I don't want. That's what Nachiketas, he replied to his guru, Yama. Here Rama says, what is the use of this Rajya, this kingdom? What is the use of this Bhoga? Anyway, Kriyate means, what is that? Rama Bhogaha. Sharire Anta Sharire Rogaha. Sukhata kriyate rama bhogaha. Paschadanta sharire rogaha. Yasyapi loke maranam charanam tatapi na munchati papa charanam. If you indulge more and more disease only, rogam only. That is said. Adi Shankara says in Bhajagovindam. Even though man knows this, he never leaves. He indulges again and again. So therefore, what is the use of this bhoga? Everything is perishing. Then, is a very important question. Koham. This thought also came to me. Who am I actually? Where do I belong? They say I am son of so and so. But in this manifestation I am son of so and so. But if this body goes, another body is given, then who am I? I am a Hindu. I am an Indian. This body goes and it is born in some other culture, some other geographical, borders. It is called as something else. Who am I really? Marattamilan. What Marattamilan? அந்த ஆளுங்களுக்கு என்ன செய்வார் கடவுள்னா அடுத்தது பீகாரில் பிறக்க வைப்பார். மரத்தமிழன் பீகாரில் தான் பிறப்பணிப்பார். சாபமாக கொடுக்குறீங்க சுவாமிஜி. வாட் மரத்தமிழன்? நீ மரம் மரத்தமிழன் கிடையாது. This is a nonsense I am telling you. மொழிப்பற்று, இனப்பற்று, அந்த பற்று, எல்லா பற்றும் துக்கத்துக்கு காரணம். What nonsense, people are really stupid. And kim me rajyena kim boi koham, who am I really? Kim idam agadam. See, how have I come here? எப்படி இங்கே வந்தேனா? திடீர்னு ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் அட்மிட் ஆகி இப்படி முடிச்சு பார்ப்போம், ஆக்சிடெண்ட் ஆகி. வேர் ஆம் ஐ? ஹவு டிட் ஐ கம் ஹியர்? அது மாதிரி தான் ஒன் டே ஹவு டிட் ஐ கம் ஹியர்? கிமிதம் ஆகதம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னால், how have I reached this state of misery and sorrow? என்ன ஆச்சு எனக்கு? எப்படி இப்படி ஆச்சு என் நிலைமை? அப்படி கூட எடுத்துக்கலாம் அது. I have done so much of papa or punya, whatever. Because of that, I am enjoying and suffering here. So that's what it means. கிமிதம் ஆகதம், எப்படி இப்படி வந்தேன், எப்படி இப்படி ஆனேன் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி. கிமிதம் ஆகதம். So these were the thoughts coming into my mind. Rama is expressing himself. What is the use of all these if these are perishing? And if nothing is shashvatam, why so much of effort to make it, permanent or, hold on to it? Hundreds and thousands of years also will pass. See, அது அர்த்தமே இல்லை உண்மையிலே. ஒரு மாதம் வாழ்ந்தாலும் 1000 வருஷம் வாழ்ந்தால் ஒன்று தான் அது. ஏன்னு கேட்டால், it has no meaning whatsoever. Everything will pass. So what is the use of these bogha? Who am I? I hold on to so much of my identifications. As a husband, as a father, as this officer, this, that. Who am I really? With the son, the father is born. With the wife, the husband is born. When the wife goes, husband is gone. When the child goes, father is gone. That is why it is said, when you die, your wife is no more your wife. Your children are no more your children. Your wealth is no more your wealth. See, death is the leveler. It takes away everything. So therefore, what is the use of all these things? So at the age of 16, remember, he was a Rajakumaran. So for him, these kind of thoughts. When it shows he was a very pure soul. So why I am saying pure soul? He is a Paramatma, but in a Vyavaharic sense, if a person expresses this way, he is very pure at heart. And he is really discriminative. He observes, he analyzes, he understands, and he understands the gravity of the situation. What is happening here? See, we don't think because we are really scared. Even such thoughts come, we brush it aside and say, paravailla. Ellarku idhe. Because we are always very scared of such thoughts, Very scared of such thoughts. So therefore he is asking, what is the use of all these things? Kim idam agadam? How have I come here in this form, like this, enjoying and suffering? What has happened to me? And then further, evam vimrushatastivram sarveshvapi cha vastushu aratir mama sanjataha aratir mama sanjata patikasya manushviva evam vimrushatastivram sarveshvapi cha vastushu aratir mama sanjata patikasya manushviva evam Tivam vimrushataha. Thus, thinking intensely, contemplating intensely. Tivram. Vimrushataha means contemplating intensely. Sarveshu apicha vastushu aratihi mama sanjata. Sarveshu api vastushu. In all the objects of this world, aratihi mama sanjata. I have attained a state called as aratihi. Rati means to revel. Aratihi means not to revel in anything. That is total dispassion. Aratihi, total dispassion, total withdrawal. Rati means go and indulge and revel. Aratihi means totally withdrawn, withdrawing from everything. Thus, I have got this state of total withdrawal, aratihi, from all the objects, from everything in life. சில சமயம் வரும் நமக்கும் அப்படிதான். என்ன பிரயோஜனம் இதனால ஒன்றுமே பிரயோஜனம். ஐ எம் வேஸ்டிங் மை லைஃப் அப்படின்னு தோணும் இல்லையா? அரதிஹி, I have developed this great dispassion. Like what? Patikasya marushiva. அப்படின்னு என்ன அர்த்தம்னா, patikasya for the traveler who is going behind marushiva. Marushu means mirage water. The traveler, when he travels through the desert, he feels very thirsty. Is that not so? Very thirsty he feels. And then he sees a sort of water, this thing, body there. My God, I found it. And then he goes towards the water body. Alas, it recedes. More he approaches, more it goes away. Then he realizes this is only illusion. Meaning, this is just a mirage. Like that, more we put effort to become happy, more we become miserable. The happiness eludes. Then we wonder why. Because the happiness is not there. Irukkum idathai vittu illada idam thedi engango alaihinrai ஞானத்தங்கமே. Meaning what? We do not know where it is. Vainly we search in the world outside. So it appears like a mirage water. With the mirage water, can you quench your thirst? Howsoever you are thirsty. நான் கொஞ்சம் குடிச்சு தணிச்சுக்கிறேன் தாகத்தை, கொஞ்சம் எங்கே குடிக்கிறது, தண்ணி இருந்தாலும் குடிக்கிறது. You can never drink the mirage water and satisfy yourself. Is that not so? Similarly, more you run after this world, more you understand that this happiness is elusive, it is not in the world outside. And you realize slowly, with the help of our teacher, that everything is within, it's not outside. Maya irke polladadu. Maya, it creates a notion that this world is so beautiful. Hiranmayena patrena satyasya apihitam mukam. O Lord, O Pushan, O sun, your face is covered by a shining golden lid. Meaning what? Shining golden lid, your face is covered. Now remove that golden lid and reveal your face. This is a Upanishad mantra. So this world is covered with Maya, means shining something. But alas, it's all illusion only. more you run, more you understand it is not there, it is eluding you. So that's what he's saying, like Marushu Iva, like the mirage water, for whom Patikasya, for the traveler, it is very important. The water is very important. So thirsty he is. Desperately he wants to drink. But it appears to be real, so he runs after it. But then, alas, he realizes, howsoever he runs, he will not get even a drop of water. So I realize that in this world there is nothing. Sarvam kshanikam shanikam, sarvam dukkam dukkam. N.S. Swamiji, this is not philosophy, is very negative. And all the youngsters also have come. Keda Kendras. Sorry, Yuva Kendra. Yuva Kendra is going to come in the evening. Huh? Sorry, don't. So, Swamiji, if you talk like this, what will happen to these youngsters? I didn't ask them to come. You would ask Bala, why did you invite me? But I also sent this thing through Yuva Kendra group also. But this is good. See, Rama had this wisdom at the age of 16. So therefore, is it not very negative? No, it's not like it is yathartham, yathartha grahanam. Meaning, there is no use if you realize this only at the age of 60, 70, after going through all the hell. At least now, when you understand, you go through the hell with awareness. You have to go through the hell, there is no doubt. With awareness, you can go through. So therefore, here, Rama clearly says there is nothing. It is not chakka. It is haramilla. Chakka. Chakka means what? It's all useless. So what is there to pursue in this world? So these thoughts are troubling me too much. Why people are born? Why people are dying? Once again they are born. What are they achieving here? They run after money, pleasure, this, that. And they don't find anything. They are disappointed, cheated. They feel very miserable, sad, sorrow-stricken. Then disease, old age, death, again and again, the same thing. What is this all about? Why are we put here, put in this world? Why are we suffering here? We don't know. And world is really terrible. So many wars, prisoners, torture. We hear so many things. We don't know what all these things. See, by God's grace, we are not into all those things. It's all terrible, I tell you. You just think about Gaza Strip now. How much of suffering? Not only Gaza Strip, anywhere. War-stricken. Anywhere. It's all horrible state of affairs. So what is this world? See, even the Sukham, what we are thinking Sukham, is Dukkham only. More you indulge, it becomes Dukkham only. Sukham, whatever Sukham you think, you indulge more and more, it becomes Dukkham only. Everything is Dukkham only. Because our concept or our understanding of Sukham, Dukkham is very weird. Therefore, here Bhagavan, Sri Rama says, Aratihi mama sanjata. I became completely disillusioned. I'm unable to revel in anything, enjoy anything. I need answers. I seek answers for all these things. Only when I am convinced that it is worth living, I will live. Otherwise, there is no point in living. I will die. He didn't say, I am just saying. Now, moving on to the next. What is the time? 10:40. Okay. Yata jhanasi bhagavan tatha moha nivruttaye bruhi me sadhavo yena nunam nirdhukkatam gataha यथा जानासि भगवन् तथा मोहनिवृत्तये ब्रूहि मे साधवो येन नूनं निर्दुःखतां गताः. Hey Bhagavan, here he addresses Vishwamitra. Who is addressing? Rama. He is addressing Vishwamitra. Hey Bhagavan, yata jhanasi tata bruhi me. As you know, yata jhanasi, that much, that way, you please explain to me. For what? Why? Moha nivrittaye. To remove my delusion. Moha nivrittaye. I am so deluded, confused, deluded. Moha nivrittaye. To remove this delusion, whatever you know, whatever you have gained from your Guru, from the Guru Parampara, please bruhime, please explain to me. Yena Nunam nirdukatam gataha sadavaha. By which sadavaha, these real sadhu janas, these good people or these great people, nirdukkatam gataha, gone beyond dukkha, nirdukkatam gataha. By which these great souls have gone beyond dukkha. That you please teach me. I am very deluded. In order to remove my delusion, whatever you know, whatever you have gained from your Guru, bruhime, please explain to me. By which sadavaha, these great ones, pure souls, have gone beyond dukkha. Nirdukkatam gataha. So, all these efforts are only to go beyond sorrow. Nirdukkatam gataha. All these great masters have gone beyond shoka, moha and bhaya. So how to go beyond this shoka, this sorrow, moha, this delusion, and bhaya, this fear? How to go beyond? Please explain to me. He is asking Vishwamitra actually. But Vishwamitra is going to tell him, no, Vashishta is your Guru. So he will explain to you. He is going to tell. But here actually this question is put to Vishwamitra only. Because Vishwamitra is only prodding him not to come and help me. I cannot do anything now because I am completely confused. Aratihi, I have become totally withdrawn because I don't find any meaning in this life. Everything is born, everybody is born and they are dying every moment. And again everything is born. I don't know why. And then the Rama concludes by saying, Swayam chaiva na chapnomi tam vishranti manuttamam tadaham tyakta sarveha nirahankaratam gataha na kinchidhapi vanchami dehatyagādrute mune mauna evavatishthami lipikarmasvivarpitaha. Swayam cha eva nacha apnoti tam vishrantim anuttamam. Tam vishrantim, that state of total peace and contentment. That's vishranti. Tam vishrantim anuttamam, the supreme, that peace. Swayam cha eva na apnomi, if I don't attain to that peace. In that, where the mind is so quiet, very clear and very blissful. If I don't attain to that state of peace, supreme peace, Tadaham tyaktas sarva ihaha nirahankaratam gataha. Now, aham tyakta sarva ihaha. I have no desires whatsoever. Tyakta means what? I have given up. I have no desires. Sarva ihaha means desires. Sarva ihaha tyaktaha. Actually, because of these thoughts, these contemplation, I have no desire whatsoever to live in this world, to enjoy anything. Nirahankaratam gataha. And I have got no personality or ego left in me. Why? Because I feel nothing is, meaningful. I have become like a zero nanartham. I find no meaning in this life. So, nirahankaratam gataha na kinchidavi vanchami dehatyaha dhrite mune. If I don't attain to that clarity of thought, to that peace supreme, na kinchidavi, I don't seek anything else in this world, dehatyaga dhrite mune, apart from dehatyagam, giving up this body. Dehatyaga dhrite, apart from giving up this body, na kinchidapi vanchami, I don't desire anything. Already, because of this state of mind, I don't desire anything in this world because it's all fleeting, it's all perishing. No use of pursuing this. That is, it's all chakka, onnume saram illa. And I have no inspiration to do anything, achieve anything in this world, to prove anything, or to, do anything in this world. Nirahankaratam gataha. I have become like a zero, no personality sort of. So, I don't seek anything in this world except dehatyaga, giving up this body. See, such a dispassion he has got. உலகத்தில் வாழ்ந்து பிரயோஜனமே இல்லை. Let me die. வாழ்ந்து என்ன செய்யணும்? ஒன்றுமே இல்லை. எல்லாம் துக்கமாக இருக்குது. ஒன்றுமே இல்லை. சுகமே இல்லை. ஒன்றுமே இல்லை இந்த உலகத்தில். உண்மையிலே when you think about this world, everywhere there is corruption, inefficiency, and everywhere there is strife, war, restlessness. And if you think about your family, there is always so much of jagada everywhere. If you look within, you should not look within. So much of confusion, so much of So what to do? செத்து தொலைறான்னு பார்த்தா ஒரு பேய அலைவன் பயமுத்துறாங்க எல்லாரும். If you die now, commit suicide, you will come as a ghost. அது அதை விட ப்ராப்ளமாக இருக்கும் போல இருக்கு. எப்பயாவது கண்ணுக்கு தெரிகிறோம் எல்லாரும் என்ன, ஐயோ பாவம் தட்டி கொடுக்குறாங்க. கண்ணுக்கும் தெரியாமல் அலைஞ்சோன்னா ஓடுவாங்க, நீ வா அந்த ஓடிவாங்க. So, oh Lord, you teach me so that I attain to that supreme peace. Otherwise, I will go pieces. Meaning what? I don't want to live here. And he says, adding to that, he says, but I know that is also not good. Therefore, mauna eva avadishtami. I will remain like this, like a stone. Mauna eva means what? Not speaking anything, not doing anything. Or statue mari. Mauna eva avatishtami. I will remain like a solid rock. I will not do anything. I will not talk to you. I will not enjoy anything. I will be just quiet. Just leave me alone. Lipi karmasu iva arpitaha. Like a picture painted in the wall. Picture is asayada aada அப்படியே இருக்குல்ல, அது மாதிரி அப்படியே இருக்கேனா. Meaning what? Don't ask me to do anything. I will not enjoy anything. I will not do anything. I find no meaning in this life. There is no point of doing anything. So just leave me alone. I will be like this only. Like a statue, like a picture drawn on the wall. Adhaan kartham. I will be just like this. If my mind attains peace, clarity, and some purpose in life, then I am ready to do anything. But if I am not convinced, present moment I am not convinced, I feel sarvam kshanikam kshanikam. Everything is fleeting, everything is perishing, there is only dukkha here, there is no sukha. And therefore there is no point of living, pursuing anything, and not even committing suicide. So I will be like this only. Don't ask me to come with you, help you. I can't. In this state of mind, I can't do anything. See, this is what mind is not healthy means you can't do anything. So this is the state of Sri Rama. We can very much identify with Sri Rama most of the time, right? அப்படி நம்ம அவ்வளோ பெருசாக நம்ம யோசிக்கலையே. எனக்கு இப்போ நடக்கலை, அது நடக்கலைன்னு நம்ம வளரமே ஒழிய அப்படி நம்ம ராமரமாக நம்ம யோசிக்கலை. நம்ம சொந்த கதை கதை யோசிச்சுட்டு அழறோம் நம்ம. பட் ஹியர் ராமா இன் அ டிஃப்ரெண்ட் லீக். You understand? Rama is in a different league. அவனுக்கு எல்லாம் இருக்குது அவனுக்கு. See, he has got a kingdom, he has got wealth. இப்படி சொடுக்கணும் 1000 பொண்ணுங்க வருவாங்க அவருக்கு. எல்லாம் இருக்குது அவருக்கு, ஒன்றுமே குறையில்லை அவருக்கு. He has got everything. He has got the best among the gurus he has got everything. But still, this is the real dispassion. Vairagya. He has got that vairagya. Through proper viveka. That is very important. Proper discrimination. Otherwise it becomes smashana vairagya. சத்த வீட்டுக்கு போவோம் நம்ம, ஐயோ எல்லாம் போயிடுச்சு, அவ்வளோ நானும் இப்படி வெளியில் வந்து குளித்தவொடனே எல்லாம் போச்சு. இன்றைக்கி என்ன கிரிக்கெட் மேட்ச் இன்னைக்கு முடிஞ்சிச்சா தேர்ட் ஓடி சிச்சோ, நீ எப்போ டெஸ்ட் மேட்ச் வரப்போதோ தெரியலையே. 15 மினிட்ஸ் கூட இல்லை அந்த ஸ்டேட் ஆஃப் மைண்ட். ஸ்மஷான வைராக்கியம். இப்போ பிரசவ வைராக்கியம்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. இனிமேல் நான் குழந்தையே பெற்றுக்க மாட்டேன், இவ்வளோ வலியை தாங்கவே முடியாது. அப்போ தான் அடுத்த வருஷம் ஒரு குழந்தை, அதுக்கு அடுத்த வருஷம். What happened to your vairagya? It's called prashava vairagya or smashana vairagya. If you get this vairagya out of some failure in life, if you get that thing back, then you will indulge. That is not the real vairagya, na? Vairagya should come out of viveka, through proper thinking, proper understanding, through analyzing the life experience. You should really be hit by this. Otherwise there is no use. You should be hit by this யதார்த்தம். சி, இதை மேம்போக்கா பார்த்ததில் ஒன்றுமே இல்லை, என்ன பைத்தியக்காரத்தனமாக இருக்கணும். இது பெரிய விஷயம். இது இப்போ ராமர் சொல்கிறது பெரிய விஷயம். சி, சின்ஸ் குருஜி has culled out very important verse and he has given here, it is like this. If you really read Yoga Vashishta, இன்னும் elaborate பேசியிருப்பார் ராமர். I am very sure Rama would have explained his state in very elaborate fashion. இன்னும் நிறைய இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கொடுத்துருப்பார். நமக்கு வந்து குருஜி வந்து நம்ம மேலே உள்ள கருணையினால் he has culled out only very very important verses to sort of compress 32,000 into 86. Imagine if you go and read. See, that's why Guruji himself says this Sarasangra is given only to give a taste of Yoga Vasishtha. Then you have to go and read the original. Then only you get the real this thing. So there Rama would have explained in a very detailed fashion. He would have explained. So it's very beautiful. Now, the next chapter, Vishwamitra says, no, you have your own guru. See, this is very important. If you have your own guru, you should not go and seek answers from somebody else. So you go and ask your guru, he will help you out. And then I am ready to wait. அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு he moves away. And then Dasharatha, he takes Rama to Vashishta. And Vashishta then understands his student's mental state, and then he gives out the Upadesha. So tomorrow morning onwards, we will see what is the real Upadesha given out by Vashishta Muni, his Kula Guru, his Guru to Sri Rama. Understand? Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudhachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. Harihi Om.